Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of our series of YouTube self-help podcasts.
Oh, cool.
Today, we're tackling a question I think we all kind of wrestle with at some point. How
Hmm.
do we find our purpose and actually make our goals line up with it?
Right.
We listened to something really interesting about this.
Yeah.
I won't spoil the surprise, but it made me think about purpose in a whole new light.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
What struck me was the idea that finding your purpose isn't like checking off a to-do list.
Right.
It's not like, okay, found it, done.
Yeah.
It's much more about being open to a journey to like your own evolution.
That resonates with me for sure.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting for like a lightning bolt of
Hmm.
inspiration,
Mm-hmm.
we can look for clues in what already excites us.
Yeah.
Like, when have you felt most alive and engaged?
Yeah.
What were you doing in those moments?
Those are great questions to ask yourself. It's
Yeah.
almost like finding your own internal compass.
Oh, I like that.
And once you have a sense of that direction, you can start to think about your strengths.
Okay.
What are you naturally good at?
Mm.
And I don't just mean skills, but personality traits too.
So if you're someone who thrives on, like, connecting with people,
Yeah.
maybe your purpose involves building relationships or fostering community.
Right.
Or if you're a natural problem solver,
Mm-hmm.
maybe your purpose might lie in creating innovative solutions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard to see our own strengths clearly.
Oh, for sure.
Think about getting feedback from people you trust.
Yeah.
They might point out things you haven't even considered.
That's a great tip.
Thanks.
And once you have a better grasp of your strengths,
Yeah.
you can start to think about how they align with your values,
Okay.
the things that truly matter to you in life.
Mm-hmm.
What are those core principles that guide your choices?
Values are incredibly powerful because they act as a filter for your decisions.
I see.
Let's say you're passionate about art,
Okay.
but also value financial stability.
Yeah.
Maybe your purpose isn't to be a starving artist,
Uh-huh. Right.
but to find a way to bring creativity and stability together,
Uh-huh.
like becoming a graphic designer or an art therapist.
I love that example.
Yeah.
It shows how we can weave together different aspects of ourselves.
Right.
And this leads to a bigger question.
Okay.
What kind of impact do you want to have on the world?
Mm.
Thinking about the change you want to see can also help you clarify your purpose.
It all comes down to finding your why.
Okay.
What motivates you deep down?
Yeah.
Understanding that underlying drive is key to unlocking your purpose and making sure your goals are truly in sync with it.
So it's like making sure your actions are fueled by something meaningful. Not
Exactly.
just going through the motions.
Right.
And once you have a clear sense of your why,
Mm-hmm.
that's when you can start setting those big, ambitious goals.
Yeah,
But there's a trick to it, right?
absolutely.
Okay.
Those goals need to be smart.
Okay.
Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Wow, that's a lot.
It's not enough to say, I want to be successful.
Right.
You need to define what success looks like for you.
Okay.
Break it down into smaller steps
Mhm.
and set deadlines for yourself.
Okay, so let's say someone dreams of writing a novel.
Okay.
Instead of getting overwhelmed by the enormity of the task,
Right.
they could set a goal of writing a chapter a week.
I like it.
And each chapter completed is a small victory to celebrate.
Exactly.
Yes.
Celebrating those small wins keeps you motivated and builds momentum.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
What's that?
Even with the best laid plans,
Mm.
fear and doubt can creep in
Yeah.
and sabotage our progress.
I hate that.
That's where courage and resilience come in.
So it's about pushing past those limiting beliefs
Yeah.
and taking action, even when it feels scary.
Right.
Because sometimes the most rewarding paths are the ones that require us to step outside of our comfort zones.
And remember, it's okay to make mistakes along the way.
Mistakes are just opportunities to learn and grow.
Yeah.
The key is to not let them derail you completely.
So true.
Yeah.
It's about having that bounce back ability.
Mm-hmm.
And as we move forward on this journey of aligning our goals with our purpose,
Right.
it's important to check in with ourselves regularly.
Yeah, definitely.
Are our actions still aligned with our values?
Yeah.
Are we still excited about the direction we're heading in?
Those check-ins are crucial
Yeah.
because they help us stay on track and make adjustments as needed.
Right.
Life is constantly changing,
Mm-hmm.
and our sense of purpose can evolve too.
For sure.
So it's about being open to that evolution and embracing the journey.
I see.
even when it takes unexpected turns.
I love that perspective.
Thanks.
It's about finding that sweet spot
Yeah.
where our passions, our strengths, and our values intersect,
Right.
and then allowing ourselves to explore those avenues with curiosity and courage.
And remember, you don't have to do this alone.
Oh, that's good.
Having a support system, people who share your values and encourage your growth, can make a world of difference.
Speaking of support, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
What resonated with you the most from this conversation?
Mm-hmm.
What's one small step you can take this week
Right.
to align your goals with your purpose?
Great question.
Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And building on that, one of the most valuable things you can do is find people who inspire you.
Oh, yeah.
Think about mentors or role models
Mm-hmm.
who embody the values and purpose you aspire to.
Okay.
Learning from their experiences can give you insights and strategies for your own journey.
Mentorship can be so powerful.
Yeah.
It's like having a guide who's already walked the path you're on
Right.
and can offer support and encouragement along the way.
For sure.
And as we talk about support, I think it's important to acknowledge that
Mm-hmm.
this journey of finding your purpose isn't always easy.
Oh, absolutely.
There will be challenges and setbacks moments when you might question everything.
That's true.
Right.
Life throws curveballs.
Right.
And there will be times when you feel lost or discouraged.
Yeah.
But those are the moments when resilience becomes essential.
So how do we build up that resilience muscle?
Mm.
How do we keep going when things get tough?
One of the most important things is to cultivate a positive mindset.
Okay.
Focus on what you can control.
Uh-huh.
Reframe challenges as opportunities for growth.
I like that.
And celebrate your wins no matter how small.
It's like finding that silver lining in every cloud.
Exactly.
And sometimes that means shifting our perspective, right?
Yeah.
Instead of viewing setbacks as failures,
Uh-huh.
we can see them as learning experiences that help us grow.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it.
Yeah, that's huge.
Surrounding yourself with a supportive network of friends, family, or mentors can make a huge difference.
Totally.
They can offer encouragement, a listening ear,
Right.
or a fresh perspective when you're feeling stuck.
It's like having a cheerleading squad in your corner,
Uh-huh. Love it.
rooting for you every step of the way.
For sure.
And sometimes that's all it takes to get back on track
Mm-hmm.
and reignite that spark of motivation.
Remember, you are capable of achieving amazing things.
Oh, wow.
Don't let fear or self-doubt hold you back from pursuing your passions and living a life that's aligned with your purpose.
Okay.
We all have unique talents and gifts to share with the world.
I love that message of empowerment.
Thanks.
And, as we're talking about resilience and overcoming challenges,
Yeah.
I keep thinking about how our purpose can evolve over time.
Right.
It's not necessarily a fixed destination, but more of an ongoing journey of self-discovery.
Absolutely. Life throws us curveballs.
Mm-hmm.
Our interests change.
For sure.
We grow and learn new things. It's
Mhm.
perfectly normal for our sense of purpose to shift and evolve along the way.
So how can we stay open to those changes,
Good
but
question.
embrace the evolution of our purpose?
Yeah.
Any tips for navigating those twists and turns?
Well, first off, I'd say it's important to cultivate a sense of curiosity.
Yeah.
Stay open to trying new things,
Mm-hmm.
exploring different paths, and stepping outside of your comfort zone.
Right.
You never know what might spark a new passion or lead you in an unexpected direction.
It's like being an explorer, always on the lookout for new horizons.
Precisely. And don't be afraid to question your assumptions and beliefs.
That's interesting.
What you thought was important 5 years ago might not hold the same weight today.
Yeah,
It's healthy to reevaluate your values and priorities from time to time.
that makes so much sense.
Right.
We're constantly growing and evolving,
Yeah.
so that it's natural for our purpose to do the same.
And lastly, I'd say trust the process.
Oh,
Even when things feel uncertain or you hit a roadblock, remember that every experience, both positive and negative, contributes to your growth and shapes your unique journey.
It's like those inspirational quotes you see everywhere.
Right?
It's not about the destination, it's about the journey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Embrace the ups and downs, learn from your mistakes, and keep moving forward with intention.
This has been such an incredible conversation.
I agree.
We've covered so much ground,
We have.
from identifying our passions and strengths
Uh-huh.
to overcoming fear and embracing the evolution of our purpose.
Right.
I feel like I've got a whole new toolkit for navigating this journey.
And remember, you're not alone on this path.
That's so important.
There are countless resources, communities, and individuals who can support you along the way.
Right.
Don't hesitate to reach out and connect with others who share your passions or are on a similar journey.
That's such an important reminder. We're all in this together.
For sure.
And before we say goodbye,
Okay.
we want to thank each and every one of you for joining us for this episode.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
We hope you found it insightful, inspiring, and maybe even a little life-changing.
If you enjoyed our podcast, please give us a like and subscribe to get our new chapters.
Until next time, keep shining bright and living a life that's true to you.
You know, as we're wrapping up, I'm reflecting on something you said earlier about finding those people who inspire us.
Yeah.
Who are some people who embody purpose for you?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
For me, it's people who take action
Okay.
on the things that they believe in,
Right.
even when it's hard.
Yeah.
People who use their talents to make a positive difference in the world. You know, it doesn't have to be some grand world-changing gesture.
Right.
It can be as simple as being kind to a stranger or volunteering in your local community.
I think that speaks to the heart of what we've been talking about today,
Yeah.
aligning our actions with our values.
For sure.
It's about finding those small ways to live a life that feels meaningful and purposeful.
And I think it's important to remember that purpose isn't some magical thing
Right.
that just appears one day.
Yeah.
It's something we cultivate through our choices, our actions,
Uh-huh.
and our willingness to show up authentically in the world. So if someone is listening to this
Yeah.
and feeling a bit lost or unsure of where to start,
Mm-hmm.
what advice would you give them?
I would say start by exploring your interests.
Okay.
What are you naturally drawn to?
Yeah.
What activities make you feel energized and alive?
Right.
Those are often clues to where your passions lie.
I see.
And don't be afraid to experiment.
Oh, good point.
Try new things. Step outside of your comfort zone and see what sparks your curiosity.
It's like giving yourself permission to play and explore
Exactly.
without any pressure or expectation.
Right.
And through that exploration,
Yeah.
you might stumble upon something that truly resonates with you.
Exactly. And once you have a sense of what lights you up,
Okay.
start thinking about how you can use those passions to make a difference. It doesn't have to be something huge or dramatic.
Right.
Even small acts of kindness or service can have a ripple effect.
I love that image of a ripple effect.
Yeah.
It reminds us that even seemingly small actions can have a positive impact on the world around us.
For sure.
And before we go, I want to reiterate something you said earlier about asking for help when you need it.
Yes, absolutely.
There's no shame in reaching out for support,
Right.
whether it's from friends, family, a mentor, or a therapist.
We all need support,
Yeah.
especially when we're navigating challenges or feeling uncertain.
Yeah.
Having a strong network of people who believe in you
Right.
and want to see you succeed can make a world of difference.
Well, this has been an incredibly inspiring conversation.
I agree.
I feel like we've covered so much ground,
We have.
from exploring our passions and strengths
Mhm.
to setting goals, building resilience,
Yeah.
and embracing the evolution of our purpose.
Right.
Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and insights with us today.
It's been my pleasure. And to everyone listening,
Yes.
remember that you are capable of creating a life that feels aligned with your purpose. It's a journey, not a destination. So be patient with yourself. Celebrate your wins.
Yeah.
Learn from your mistakes.
Okay.
And never stop exploring what lights you up.
Beautifully said. And if you enjoyed our podcast,
Yes.
please give us a like and subscribe to get our new chapters.
Until next time, keep shining bright and living a life that is true to you.